Hello friends and family, and welcome to the 2023 Preserve Championship powered by Prodigy. This is your FPO chase card brought to you by Ace Run Pro. We are here in Clearwater, Minnesota playing the Black Bear course at the Airborn Preserve. My name is Holly Finley.
And I'm Connor O'Reilly, and we are super excited to be here on the banks of the Mississippi River, getting ready to see these discs get aired out, see some tight gap hits. This course played under similar conditions. The wind might have had certain shifts depending on what time you were in the course, but we still kind of had that north direction of wind, so similar reads to yesterday. The course seemed to play different though.
First up on the card, we have Hailey King. And next, Mertsch.
Third on the card is going to be power thrower Jen Allen. Picked up her first Disc Golf Pro Tour event win of the season earlier at BSF. And Paige Pierce, 5-time world champ, needs no further introduction. Excited to watch her rip out here. Here we are on hole 1. It's a par 4, 615 feet. This left side where you can see the little bush line, there's an out of bounds line a few feet off of that. All that long grass on the right is safe if you want to kind of get over there and bail off and don't test the line. The closer you can push it though to the left side, the shorter this approach will be. 2 trees really shaping this shot into the green, and if you can beat them coming in low, you should have a nice check skip. This is a hole you want to birdie, easiest hole on the course.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, please welcome Hailey King.
You see a lot of players sort of pull over to the right side because you do have that OB left.
From Rosebud, Arkansas, Mertsch.
Yeah, I feel like those first hole jitters really come out in the way of a overturned shot here. If you're feeling good though, might hit something how you want. Cat also leaking off to that right, but keeps it in the shortcut.
From Gilbert, Arizona, Jennifer Allen.
If Jennifer can hit her drives how she wants today, all this airspace on these open holes is going to give her a chance to really put on a show for you guys. Cruises past her card mates.
And from Pensacola, Florida, Paige Pierce.
Paige pushing the left more than any of the other card mates. Going to have the shortest approach by a good bit.
Hailey King up first. Choosing a sidearm into the green. And she is safe. She'll have an outside the circle putt for birdie.
I wonder what made her choose that decision.
Mertsch taking a high hyzer line. She crashed into the top of the right tree and unfortunately rolled out of bounds, and that is one of the more unfortunate errors on the upshots here.
I don't know that I love the high play on the approach here from Kat. I mean, she can just beat that canopy and it's going to be fine, but with her skills, she's got that hyzer coming in low. Is that another?
Jennifer and Paige, so far on their drives, both able to do standstill upshots into the green. Very impressive distance off of T1.
Oh, Cat narrowly bending it around that trunk.
Jennifer Allen up for the first birdie of the card. And that one was a little low, but right on line.
Yeah, it's the pace we like to see out of her. Hopefully she continues to keep firing confidently.
Paige Pierce will take the only birdie here on the FPO chase card.
Yeah, being the easiest birdie on the course, definitely not one you want to take par on or bogey as Mertsch did, so player's going to need to focus up. Whoa, Jennifer got the disc out of the tree, but the water bottle hit the ground and the top flew off. That was kind of cool. Rewind that, I guess.
Here we are on hole 2, a double Mando, a par 3 at 280 feet. You've got this beautifully wooded tunnel with a low ceiling. Most players will opt for a mid or a fairway here. I believe the mid would be the more popular play. See the drivers go a little long. You want to get inside the circle, get a birdie look on this one, especially being day 2.
I told you guys that hole 1 was the easiest hole in the course, but hole 2 actually tied for it, so we get 2 today.
Paige's shot moves a little left and hits a grouping of trees. She's halfway down the fairway.
Hailey looks like she's playing something overstable, looking to hit it flat, but just has too much nose up.
Hits the same grouping of trees as Paige, but she kicks over to the right side. Jennifer hits that same group of trees. It seems like that's the one to beat. You really got to put a bit of a turnover angle, just barely.
Whoa. Fortunate to get through that second grouping of trees and give herself a long putt, as Mertsch missed to the right there.
Everyone looking to scramble for par.
Gonna have to straddle around that tree. Hailey elects to lay up on this elevated basket. Still very early in the round. And Kat, showing some maturity, does as well. I was expecting to see her give that one a bid.
Jennifer Allen looking for a long par save. Great putt out of her.
Little fist bump there. That one's got to feel good.
Paige, 2 strong putts to start off the round.
It's a party for Kat and Hailey. Kind of a slow start for our chase card. Gonna need to see some green if you want to work your way up onto lead for round 3. We are continuing to ease into the teeth of the course as hole 3 is playing as the 3rd easiest hole on the course today. 324 feet, this par 3 requires you to throw a straight shot. There's some slight variance. You can throw a little bit of a flex, you can throw a kind of a touchy hyzer off on the right and have it fade in. You just want to make sure you land about circle's edge short up here on the flat, and you will get some ground play. Hopefully you can put it close.
Pierce up first, choosing the most common shot I see here over to the right side and let the disc hyzer left, but
was
that was
a
a really
putter
straight
out of
flying
That was a fierce,
disc.
I'm pretty sure. That I
thing
want to
just,
say.
what a straight line.
Once again, King a little high out of the hand. Gonna have an uphill putt from about 45 feet.
That's pretty. Nice shot.
And this hole is slightly uphill. It plays a little longer than 324. If that was a putter out of Paige, not that I'm not already impressed with Paige, but wow.
The first time I ever practiced with Paige Pierce and I saw her pulling out a putter a couple times when I was like looking over like, who is this girl? I knew how good she was, obviously, but just seeing it in person, I was like, man, she got some pop.
Hailey King for birdie. Just a couple inches low, but center on the basket.
Cat Mertsch from Circle's Edge. Strong looking putt. Picked up that birdie, I believe, with that MD1 she's been throwing. Paige leaks into the left side, but makes good for birdie. Yeah, definitely that fierce off the tee. Jennifer with the CTP. And Hailey, only one on the card to miss this birdie as she rushes and takes a bogey on the tap out. Ooh, come on, Hailey. You gotta get your head in the game. Focus up.
Let's check out hole 4, 675 feet, a par 4. Off of the tee, you're looking for a turnover shot as a right-handed player, landing between these two trees. On or past this sidewalk is elite level positioning. Then you've got a nice low tunnel shot into the green. This is a very tough 3. It really feels like a bonus birdie if you're able to capture it.
I would argue to say this is the first tooth that this Black Bear course has to offer.
Paige Pierce up first with a good looking turnover with a little bit of a
Watch
left
out.
finish.
Turn in the catch cam.
Yeah, she's in the tall grass.
She's gonna have a kind of a pinched hyzer angle looking for some ground play through that gap, but she can birdie with a really good second shot. Jin's holding more of the line you want, but still fades out a little bit. Gonna have tricky footing in that sand pit there.
Yep, they're kind of throwing it just a touch too far. You know, you really only need to be between those trees where the drone flight went.
That's
Wow,
the shape
look at
we're
the
looking
shot
for.
shaping on that. Ooh. Elite level. Crowd loved it. I love it.
Yeah, whether she made an adjustment off of her first 2 card mates or just threw the shot how she wanted, she definitely executed it. And Hailey picked a disc
Wow,
that had a little
Hailey
more flip than I thought.
King.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where that ended up.
And with her power, she can kind of just get that disc to hold throughout the flight. All the players looking to have some kind of a straight hyzer look into this tight gap. I just love the dichotomy of this hole. We have a big power tee shot, and then the technicality coming through this gap coming in. You have to have either power through the gap, depending on how far you are away, or if you get up close off the drive, you kind of have to be touchy through the gap. But just such a good diversity on this one.
Jennifer Allen powers through all the way down into the circle. First thought she was going to clip that corner and just talked it all the way down there for a birdie look.
Yeah, she missed about a meter left of where she really wanted to fly, but found some airspace on the inside of that gap.
And Kat's upshot just a bit too high, clips those beginning canopy branches. She'll have to scramble for par.
This is a pretty ideal position for Hailey. Still not an easy shot, and she catches the right side of that gap.
Hailey King almost to the sidewalk. That was an incredible drive.
Kat catches that final grouping of trees on the right side of the green. She'll have an obstructed circle one's edge putt. Just a little flat out of the hand for Paige. Speed and height were correct.
Jennifer looking at a birdie here from about 35. Let's go, Jennifer Allen. That is great. There was a time when Jennifer didn't even go for long putts. You know, she was content with laying up and taking par, so.
Yeah, it's been nice to see her kind of detach from the fear on the putting green this season and last season, but I feel like especially this season, she's really just starting to attack, and, you know, if something bad happens, it's all right, but she's not limiting her score. Now she's giving herself the chance.
And she won a Silver Series. Strong comeback par putt for Paige Pierce. I love it when the disc just suspends in the chains like that.
It does make it feel like you came in nice and proper, put it in it just how it wants.
Proper. Now Kat Mertsch will have to settle for her second bogey of the front 9 here. Hailey King will take a par. Jennifer Allen, the only birdie on this card.
Hailey, the only player without a birdie yet. Let's see if this gap shot suits her game. Hole 5, par 3, 275 feet. Like Holly mentioned yesterday, this is a new hole out here on the Black Bear. We saw a combination on the back 9, so that means they had to find a new hole, and this was the one. Another one of those gap shots that breaks up the flow of this course. This tree right here we're flying left of, you can fade inside of that trunk. You clean this line. If you get right of it, there are some chances to squeak through that line of bunker trees, but a lot of times they knock you down for a circle's edge putt. At 275, this one is hard to get.
Jennifer Allen up first, and she's a little tight on the inside left, makes it halfway down the fairway, gets kicked down into the path.
Paige, back to that fierce. I actually really love this shape. If you have the confidence to throw hyzer on a straight to understable disc here, that is the pure backhand line.
Jennifer Allen saying she's throwing that disc after the round, and it might be the Hailey King Con. It's a new putter from Innova,
Didn't hear that one.
I think it's a name for, don't quote me, a PX3, P3X.
Okay, I actually used to throw one of those, so I know how that one flies.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's a good putter you can kind of hit on flat, have a little gentle finish at the end.
The number was only one different from my stud, so I'm eager to test it out as well.
Yeah, I think you'll find it'll fly similar, though the profile is a little more rounded with the bead.
Jennifer Allen just looking for a nice turnover with her Yeti AVR, and now she'll have a simple par putt.
Hailey from a very common spot.
Loved the height on that. Our first run back of the day. And I actually saw Hailey post a video of this. She said, why jump when you can spin it in?
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer of that.
She put that little Annie on that one to give it a little longer flight, and well done. The long side of this green where those couple trees are back there can get scary, so missing a putt can quickly go awry.
Kat Mertsch with a bit of trouble on this hole. That's a good looking putt to save the bogey.
A little bit of a slow start for Kat, but I feel like throughout the course of the season we've seen a bit of that, and she really gets it going as the round goes on. Paige, unfortunate misfire. Got aggressive on her putt, and now gonna have to settle for a bogey.
And that's the risk when you go for those elevated putts. You know, it takes a lot of height, a lot of power, and if you miss, sometimes you end up double the distance behind of a regular height basket.
If disc golf is your game, make Gotta Go, Gotta Throw your disc golf warehouse. With a huge selection of discs, bags, baskets, carts, shirts, and more. GottaGo, GottaThrow.com has all the tools to take your game to the next level. Shop online or our Golden Valley, Minnesota store. Free shipping with all online orders over $75. Online or in-store, get what you need for the game you love. GottaGo.com, your disc golf warehouse. In the game since 1993.
Welcome back, players and playettes. Let's check out hole 6, 695 feet, a par 5. Probably one of the most difficult holes on the course for sure. Can really be a doozy if you don't hit your lines. Off the tee, it's all about placement and control. Same with your second shot. You can land here or be super aggressive and try to get down into the tunnel. Most of the players are just happy to take a 5 here. A 4 is an extreme bonus, and I've never seen a girl get an eagle on this hole. Hailey King up first.
Hole 4 might have been our first molar of the round. This is the K9 right here, Holly. This will cut you.
You're right about that. Hailey King had a nice low controlled shot, and she is in a perfect position right in that dirt path.
Yeah, a disc that stays in the center of this one the entire time feels really good. And very rewarding, as messing up this tee shot can really bring in some danger.
Oh, look at that love for Jen Allen. She kicked about where Hailey King is. And the way Jennifer's disc was flying, if it made it past that corner and landed near that tree, that's actually a really good landing zone. So there's 2 ways to play this. More low and controlled, like you just saw the 3 ladies do. Or you can go past that area.
Cat going aggressive on that Thunderbird. We saw Paige play that fierce once again, just looking to keep it in the fairway, maybe break the hole into 3 shots. I think the way Paige played it is really smart here.
Mm-hmm.
Jen kind of throws a floaty shot. It's going to be right of where she ideally wants to be. She can still birdie, but it's going to take a great third shot. Paige also finds a similar spot a little further into the gap, but it's going to be hard from there.
And Kat was looking for a placement, but shorted it a bit. Still usable. Hailey King in a good position to attack down the tunnel.
Going for just that gentle hyzer flip, and that was a well-thrown shot. When you are short and having to bend the shape into this tunnel, all of a sudden it feels like it shrinks by about 2/3.
Playing with Kat Mertsch is so fun.
Yeah, you gotta love her ability to laugh off the bad and embrace the good.
Instead of being aggressive, Jen chooses a controlled pitch-out placement shot.
Paige throwing her 3rd fierce shot of the hole.
Paige trying to be a little more aggressive than Jennifer.
And Jennifer going to that forehand with the JK AVR we've seen her go to, and she fights through the branches nicely. Got a little fortunate there. Hailey was definitely bidding that one with the Heidi look like.
Yeah. What's time for the champ?
Paige was trying to toss that one in, and without the tree branch, she felt like it was in. Looked like it.
Jennifer,
move that putter under your freaking heel.
Right.
She's leveling her back foot out.
I was over here thinking about how shiny and great her hair and ponytail's looking today, and you're like, get the dang putter out of the way.
Like stuck under her foot. She tried to move it. She didn't care.
You know, sometimes you're just zoned in, you know. Hailey King just goes. You know, it's just no setup, no fake pump, no nothing. Just walks up and goes.
Yeah, sometimes players like that make it look really easy, but all of a sudden they have a couple bad holes. You kind of wonder, like, do they need to try harder? Or are they not trying hard enough? So obviously every player has their own individuality, and whatever works best for you is what you should do. Hailey King on the board, 2 straight. And here we are on the tee of the 7th. Watch out for this boulder, it'll get you. Just kidding. Really, play this one nice and straight. You gotta come in with a pretty particular height window. There is some ceiling to use in the first part of this flight, but as you get into this elevated last third of the hole, there are a couple branches hanging down that can knock you out. I think you want to commit to this one. There's a lot of trees and this mound long, so I don't hate kind of a bit of an ace run and take what you get.
Hailey King up first. Her shot's moving a bit left quicker than you'd want, but she's still down there. Maybe a 45-foot putt for birdie. Paige's shot looking similar to Hailey's, moving left a little more quicker than you'd like. I'm going to say another 45, 50-foot putt for birdie.
Yeah, do you think the fact that Paige has thrown putter on the last 5 or 6 shots had any effect on her kind of comfortability on the fairway driver grip there?
Yeah, I would say so. Looks like Mertsch snuck inside the circle.
Wind starting to pick up for Jen. Plays stable edge disc, but doesn't quite get the wind to beat it down. Still finds herself in circle 1.
My goodness. Yeah, the wind was definitely more aggressive today than yesterday. Really had to think about the proper equipment and the angles you were going to use today. Yesterday was almost windless. I didn't know who that was for a second, but it's Paige Pierce for birdie. Just a bit to the right.
Jen having to straddle out. Yeah, not really able to use her power out of her legs there with the kind of side foot stance. Paige makes good for par on the comeback.
Mertsch with an easy birdie.
She finds herself at even par, even par with only 1 par on the round. Colorful scorecard for Kat.
Hole 8, a par 5, 960 feet. The left side is out of bounds. The majority of players are going to favor the right side off of the tee with a more controlled shot. The second shot is really where you're going to pump out your max distance. Also decide if you want to go to this inside right corner or around this bush. Either way, you're going to need some big booming drives in order to get a birdie look here.
First 2 shots very important on this hole. Kat playing that tailwind. Playing straight disc. And playing it well.
Yes, nice, low and controlled, barely higher than that tall grass on the right side. Jennifer Allen, she's such a good card mate.
Hailey, a little more aggressive, a little more stable disc. Will this catch on the grass?
Oh no, this grass, it's so dry. Last week we had just the grass carpet heaven in Des Moines, and this is just dry, crunchy sticks up here. Hailey skipped out of bounds left. I hate that.
Yeah,
you know why I really hate it? Because I did it today myself.
It's dry, and I feel like when you're on the last left third of that fairway, it kind of gently slopes too, pulls you towards that water.
You can see Jennifer really favoring that right side, and she's caught up in that tall weeds, which could make for no run up.
She chopped some thistle down with her tee shot, maybe help give her a little bit of a clearer stance here.
Oh my gosh, are those all thistles?
These are all thistle on that side.
Definitely no run up.
And she just caught her hand on one on the swing back. She's a trooper, though.
What a great looking standstill.
If you've never touched thistle or any kind of stinging nettles, depending on how hard you hit them, they can kind of just sting you for a few minutes, or if you get them really deeply embedded in you, they can itch for a long time and leave rashes, leave scarring.
Cat Mertsch playing to the left of the bush.
Yeah, as we mentioned yesterday, the further left you can push yourself here, and the further you can get, the easier this approach becomes. Paige should have a straight backhand angle into the green from there. Jennifer, on the other hand, having to shape a big Anheuser.
I just realized what a card of distance throwers this is. You know, Jennifer Allen, a World Flying Disc Federation distance record holder. Paige Pierce, everybody knows she can throw over 500. Cat Mertsch has got 450. Hailey King's probably got 490 in the tank.
That's a really good point you made, because as we were introducing the players, you see Jen, you think, oh, power player, but Hailey as well. Hailey has power both ways.
Absolutely.
Cat has great power on the backhand, starting to find her rhythm with the forehand as the season goes on. Paige, obviously been one of the better power throwers in FPO for a long time.
Cat is up there looking at a birdie about 20 feet right of the basket. Yeah, I've been watching Hailey King throw 350-foot sidearms. I mean, heck, she was doing that 6-7 years ago, long before she was on tour.
She is a top-tier thrower of the disc in the FPO division. There's no doubt about it.
Paige Pierce just off the top hat for her birdie putt. And Jennifer Allen, I'm loving her courageous putting right now. Just full send going for it. Cat Mertsch looking for this birdie. A little bit awkward.
Yeah, trying to find what footing will be best.
Yeah, what a float.
No gallop, just a regular run here. That side slope might not be as conducive for a gallop as you'd like. Hailey takes par from the drop zone. No, sorry. You guys do not have a drop zone from her out of bounds spot off the tee.
But for you, the drop zone is our tee.
It is. That's why I was confused.
Don't worry, you only have to learn 2 layouts every week.
1 hole left. We saw Cat Mertsch ace it yesterday. Hole 9, one of the signatures out here on the Black Bear. It's a par 3 and it's a fan and player favorite, 297 foot. Forced water carry to about 250 feet if you can get past this path, even though the path is in bounds. Most players playing really aggressive here. There's so much trunks and a little bit of a hillside behind you that you can really give this one an ace run and still sit close most of the time. Cat up first, scored a 1 on this hole last time she threw.
How fun to type in a 1 on the PDGA app.
It didn't look like she had that ace hangover there. That was another good shot. A lot of times you can overthink when you're coming back after throwing a good shot.
Hailey King up second. She is looking like she'll sneak up in the circle. She'll have a 25-foot birdie putt.
Looked like maybe a mid out of Hailey, and Paige going back to the fierce all day. Touch too much hyzer, but playing that slow putter. Just going to continue to push straight even on the missed angle. Do you know what mid that is that Jen's throwing there?
Halo Rock 3. Everyone looking at a birdie.
Pierce having the right to left one to deal with, hoping for some lift and just undercommitted. King, a little too much turn out of the hand.
Yeah, Jennifer Allen able to capture a straddle putt birdie.
Squeaks it right over that black rim and finds herself her third birdie of the front nine. Kat
really cleaned it up with this turkey, you know, after she had the 3 bogeys.
That turkey got stuffed one time too. That's 4 birdies in a row.
That's good.
And Kat's 3 down. Playing this hole 2 times. That's pretty good, you guys. And that'll be it for our front nine.
Can't believe it's over already.
A lot of scores, a lot of different holes played different ways, but we find our card pretty knotted up at 1s and 2s down. They're all kind of sliding down the leaderboard a little bit right now. They need to score some birdies on the back nine to jockey themselves back up to stay on the chase, or maybe to make a push for lead card. All knotted up at the top at 11. It's going to be an exciting finish out here at the Preserve Championships.
We appreciate you guys tuning in to this round 2 front nine coverage. If you'd like to support Connor and I, you can do so with the links in the description. We have some Tour Series discs available. I have one that glows, his does not glow, and that's why you need both of them. Pick up 2 or 10, we'd really appreciate that.
Go fill up your water. We'll see you on the back nine.